A man started noticing it on a Sunday night. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was just breathing. Soft. Slow. Right behind him. First he thought it was his own. The kind of thing your brain plays on you when the room is too quiet. He was sitting at his desk, laptop open, lights off except for the screen. He had been working for hours. No music. No noise. Just silence. And then he heard it. A quiet inhale, followed by a longer exhale. He froze. Then he breathed in deeply on purpose. The sound behind him did not match. It was slightly delayed, like someone copying him but not perfectly. He turned around immediately. Nothing. Just the dark room. Closet closed. Door locked. Window shut. He stared for a few seconds, then turned back. Tried to ignore it. Tried to convince himself it was stress. But within seconds, it came again. Closer this time. Right behind his right ear. Inhale. Exhale. He stood up so fast his chair fell over. His heart was racing. He checked everything. Under the bed. Inside the closet. Behind the curtains. Nothing. No one. No explanation. That night he slept with the lights on. The next day he told himself it was nothing. Just exhaustion. He had been overworking. Not eating properly. Too much screen time. His brain needed rest. That was the logical answer. And he needed a logical answer. Because the other possibility didn't make sense. That evening, he came back home later than usual. He delayed it on purpose. Walked around the city. Sat in a cafe longer than needed. Anything to avoid going back too early. But eventually he had to return. The apartment felt normal. Too normal. That kind of silence that feels staged. He kept the TV on this time. Background noise. Something to break the stillness. Hours passed. Nothing happened. He started to relax. Maybe it really was just in his head. Maybe he had overreacted. At around 2:50 a.m. he turned off the TV. The silence came back instantly. Heavy. Thick. Uncomfortable. He stood still for a moment. Then slowly walked toward his bedroom. Each step felt louder than usual. The floor creaked under him. He reached the bed. Sat down. And then, he heard it again. Breathing. Right behind him. Closer than before. Close enough that he could feel a slight warmth on the back of his neck. He did not turn this time. He couldn't. His body refused. The breathing continued. Steady. Calm. Almost patient. He whispered. Who's there? The breathing stopped. Completely. For a full 5 seconds. Then something shifted behind him. A very small movement. Like weight adjusting. As if someone had been standing there. And leaned forward slightly. He felt it. Not physically. But close enough to be real. He stood up slowly. Every movement controlled. Then turned around. Nothing. Again. Nothing. But the room felt different. Wrong. Like something had just been there. And moved away at the last second. He backed away toward the wall. His hands were shaking. He grabbed his phone. Turned on the flashlight. Scanned every corner. Nothing. But when the light passed over the mirror, he paused. For a split second, he thought he saw something behind him. A shape. Tall. Too close. He spun around. Empty. When he looked back at the mirror, there was nothing there. That night he didn't sleep at all. By morning he was exhausted. But now it was more than fear. It was confusion. And anger. He needed an explanation. So he did something simple. Something logical. He set up his phone to record. He placed it on a shelf facing the room. If something was there, it would show up. That evening he repeated everything. Same routine. Same time. Same silence. At exactly 3:07 a.m., the breathing started again. This time, he stayed still. He didn't react. Didn't speak. Didn't turn. He just sat there. Listening. Counting each inhale. Each exhale. Trying to stay calm. After about a minute, he slowly reached for his phone. Not the one recording. The one in his hand. He opened the camera. Switched to front view. And lifted it slowly. As if taking a casual photo. The screen showed his face. Pale. Tense. Eyes wide. And behind him, something was standing. It wasn't clear. Not fully visible. But it was there. Too tall. Too still. Its head slightly tilted, as if watching him. He dropped the phone instantly. The breathing stopped. Silence. Complete silence. He turned around. Nothing. Again. Nothing. He ran to the shelf. Grabbed the recording phone. Stopped the video. His hands were trembling so badly he almost couldn't open it. He pressed play. The video showed the empty room. Him sitting on the bed. Still. Silent. Then, 3:07. The audio changed. Breathing. Clear. Loud. Right behind him. But in the video, there was nothing there. No shadow. No movement. No figure. Just him. Sitting alone. Listening to something that was invisible. He skipped forward. Watched himself lift the phone. Watched himself freeze. Then drop it. Then turn around. Nothing. The video showed nothing. But the audio, the breathing, was there. Real. Undeniable. That was the moment something inside him broke. Because now it wasn't imagination. It wasn't stress. It wasn't sleep. Something was there. Something he couldn't see. But it could stand behind him. Close enough to breathe on his neck. That night he packed a bag. He decided to leave. Just leave everything. Find somewhere else. Start fresh. No explanations needed. But as he zipped the bag, he heard something new. Not breathing. Not movement. A voice. Very soft. Very close. Right behind him. Don't leave. He froze. Every part of him went cold. He didn't turn. He didn't speak. He just stood there. Then the voice came again. This time clearer. You noticed me. His eyes filled with fear. The air in the room felt heavier. Thicker. Like something was pressing down. He whispered, barely audible. What are you? There was a pause. Then, the breathing returned. Slower now. Deeper. And the voice said, I stand where you don't look. His grip on the bag tightened. Why me? Another pause. Then a soft, almost amused whisper. You looked. The lights flickered once. Then went out. Complete darkness. He dropped the bag. Fumbled for his phone. Flashlight on. The beam shook across the room. Empty. But the breathing was still there. Now moving. Circling him. Slow steps. Barefoot. Soft. Deliberate. He turned with the light. Trying to catch it. But every time he moved, it stopped. As if it only existed when he wasn't looking. His chest tightened. His breathing became uneven.